Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Mountaineers offense will go on the attack first. Early last year, this was a contender for game of the season. Back and forth, Pitt looked to be dead in the water and somehow found a way to come back. This backyard brawl never disappoints.
It was fantastic. I mean, it was back and forth, high scoring. Both teams got in the 30s, and Pitt needed to deliver late, and they did. They scored 2 TDs in the last 3 minutes. Quarterback went in fuego. It was a...
Turning on the Jets. It's a seam wide open. The 20. He's at the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Robinson. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. So Pittsburgh's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Pitt pushing the pace. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Fires to the right. It's caught. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another.
Oh, it's picked off. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's White. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So many rivalries built on proximity, and Pitt and West Virginia have been squaring off in their backyard since 1895.
And it's just crazy to think about. A rivalry that goes that far back, so close to each other. It means so much for a year of bragging rights, Palmer.
Well, and the hate started in 1895. Every single year, every time these two teams play, you just see that on the field.
The give on the option. Lots of running room. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Mountaineers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Makes the catch. It's Reed. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Back to throw, it's Holstein. Now improvising. Finding an escape route. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Pitt will have to boot this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's White. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Wants to go up top. He uncorks one deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake, you huddle the guys up, sudden change, be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Pulls it in. It's Reed. Gets away from one. Finds some space. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Pitt right back to the line.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
The Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. It's complete to the left. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. They'll run play action. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Pitt will line up to punt it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Great place to start for this offense. To the air, it's Holstein. Quick strike complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12. Completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The play action fake. Makes the catch along the sideline. Just picked up a few, but enough for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I love the discipline of this defense. Not just playing run, right? They know it could be a pass in this situation, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, taking away all that small stuff, all the stuff, the easy access, the free release. Nice job and nice discipline.
Trying to rumble in. He goes out of bounds after a huge pickup, and he's still short of the line to gain. It'll be fourth down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to power it in. Not only will he not get in, they'll stop him behind the line at the 4. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged out, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking downfield, it's Henderson. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
They'll go back to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the...
Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Shakes off the defender. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. And the Panthers want to pick up the tempo. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Give to the running back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quick release by the QB. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get in the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Quick completion on the out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Mountaineers in a good spot here with second and short. To throw, it's Henderson. Pressure coming. Caught near the sticks, it's Gallagher. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Mountaineers are flying down the field. They just keep firing. Makes the grab, it's White. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. And the Mountaineers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He'll pull it on the read. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Man, you want to talk about confidence in your running game on fourth down to keep it on the ground from that distance and pick up the first down.
That's one of those things in practice, coaches probably like, anybody, any place, anytime, anywhere, this is who we are, we're physical, and they showed it.
He's got it on the move. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be first and goal. The Mountaineers are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, West Virginia. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Scanning the field, it's Holstein. Quickly out to the tight end. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. They stripped it out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Looking to scramble. On the run deep down the right side. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take another shot here. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here.
There he goes! All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. The Panthers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. He makes a catch. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man, it's Reed. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. Touchdown, Panthers! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And the returner goes down. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
And the Mountaineers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grab near the marker, it's Vaughn. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Henderson. The sure hands, it's Bray. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going back to the well, another deep ball. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Makes the grab. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And now the lead is even bigger. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, no backyard is safe when the Panthers and Mountaineers get together, and that's the case again today.
The Mountaineers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hicks. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One
play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Pitt pushing the pace.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Virtually unblocked, and he stopped for a loss of 8. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking to pass. It's Holstein. Catch in the middle. It's Reed. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He's getting plenty of work. Fourth time we've seen this guy punt it today. And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. The give to the tailback. Not much room there. They'll give him one to the 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass. Stands in and takes the hit. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Man, these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times where you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting to the ball and DBs not. This time you could tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the play.
And the Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. The kick is on its way. And the returner will be knocked down. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Finds his tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
Back to throw, it's Holstein. Snagged out of the air. Jumped on top of the pile. Pitt right back to the line. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break.
Makes the grab past the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
The Panthers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Unloads quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off the play fake. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Pitt.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Virginia has put on a majestic performance today, jumping out to an early lead and building on it from there, and now we have ourselves a blowout.
West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Panthers. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
No, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Under fire. Got it in the middle. It's Vaughn. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Mountaineers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Defense doing their job getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
The Mountaineers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Here's a heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll look to pin him deep. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Got it in the middle, it's Lee. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Rushes on him. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. He's got it inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. And this one to bring us to a deadlock in the final moments. What a disappointment. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, you got to wonder if the pressure got to the kicker. 4th quarter, down by 3, just did not get all of it. That's one you'd like to have back.
And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Morgantown will be rocking tonight as if it is ever any other way, as the Mountaineers take down Pitt and win the backyard brawl. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
Well, and it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging